Hi guys, welcome back to At Home with Holly. My name's Holly. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Today is day 2 of corn preservation projects. And so yesterday, I'm going to take you back with me, but yesterday we picked up 2 bushels of corn from a local farmer. If you guys have been with me, you know that this year I had an unsuccessful corn season because some animal decided that my corn looked delicious, knocked over the stalks and took bites of almost all the ears, and then the ears that were left were not fully mature. So you win some, you lose some. So luckily I have a local farmer that grows delicious sweet corn. And so I picked up 2 bushels from them. Yesterday I went ahead and got them home, shucked all of the corn. I had 133 ears of corn. I shucked it all, blanched it all, froze some whole on the cob, froze some kernels, and now I have this gallon bag of kernels left over. And so I thought, well, let's stop taking up room in the freezer because we have turkeys that we just processed and we have meat chickens that we're about to process, and we get a quarter of a steer every year, and a half a hog and that kind of stuff. So freezer space is a premium. So I decided we'll make something shelf stable. So I'm going to try 2 new recipes today, 2 new corn relish recipes. And so I thought, well, that'll be good. Something new to try. And we have peppers growing and we have onions growing and we have all this corn. So perfect time to use the produce that's in the garden. So let's get started. I'm so glad that you're here. So I took all the corn outside and got it completely removed from the husks and the silks, got it all shucked, and then I put it in these boxes and bowls because there was a lot of them needed. I got 2 pots of water boiling on the stove, and I got an ice bath going in a large bowl and the sink. I blanched them for 90 seconds, and then I got them into the ice bath. I let them dry completely on some dish towels, and then I kept some of them whole and vacuum packed them. And then I also removed the kernels from the cobs as well. So I had this bowl to catch all of the kernels, and then I vacuum packed them into like meal-sized portions and then got them in the freezer, and they were ready to go. My freezer is definitely full of corn, which I love, but then I still had 1 bag of kernels that we could play with. So first I've got a bag of jalapenos that I just picked yesterday, a bag of bell peppers, multiple different variety of colors. We have our bag of corn. I want to know how much corn we actually have, so I know how many times I'm timesing these recipes, I guess, if you will. So the 2 recipes that I want to do is one that I found online, and I'll link it. It's a zesty corn relish. It's got the corn, bell pepper, jalapeno, garlic, salt, dried mustard powder, cider vinegar, brown sugar, and water. And then the homestyle corn relish is from the Ball book of, I think this is the complete book of canning. And this one has white vinegar, sugar, salt, corn, bell peppers, onion, dry mustard, celery seed, turmeric, water. And then optional is clear gel or Ball pickle crisp. I'm not going to do that. And then it does call for celery too. So we're gonna make these 2 recipes. So I need to know how many cups of corn that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, I know that a gallon, I know how many cups that would be, but I'm just gonna measure it out so I know when we're doing the recipe, how many times to do of the peppers and onions and stuff, if that makes sense. Okay, so. Okay, so that was 15 cups. So that lets me know what I need to do. I think to make the recipe, so the homestyle corn relish needs 8 cups, and the zesty corn relish just says 18 ears of fresh sweet corn on the cob. So I'm guessing that there's probably like 3/4 of a cup per average corn on the cob. So I'm thinking that should be like 12 cups for that, and then 8 cups for that. So I should have 20 cups, and in here I have 15 cups. So I'm gonna go grab the corn that I just put in the freezer of this that I had bagged up. I have a couple that I didn't seal them yet because there's so much moisture in this corn and I didn't want it to keep making a mess. So I decided to throw it in the freezer, let it get frozen and then vacuum pack it. So I'm gonna go grab 2 of those. So that should give me enough. Yeah, that should be the perfect amount to do both of these recipes. Okay, that's perfect. I also grabbed some red onion because I thought that that would be pretty in here. So these are not even all the way frozen yet. So that is perfect. So I will just add these to our pile, and that'll be the perfect amount. That worked out great. Okay. All right, so we have our corn ready to go. Let me get the other ingredients diced up, washed up, measured up, and ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up everything we have. Anything I don't use will go into the bags of diced peppers that I'm already collecting for future recipes. So we'll start with the bell peppers. I need 8 cups of peppers total. So I'm just gonna do, we've got some purple ones, an orange one, and some green ones. I'm gonna go ahead and get these washed up. I get all these washed up, and we'll dice up all the ones that we have. And if we need more, we'll go out to the garden and get some more. All of my kitchen towels are in the washer from yesterday's corn. So we'll go ahead and get these. Actually, I'll do the onions first. Next up, we'll do the bell peppers. I went ahead and diced up this entire bag of jalapenos. I did not need this many, but since I had the gloves on and since I was doing it, I measured out what I needed and then put the rest in the freezer bag so I could have them for the next time I needed them. Wash this. I'm gonna get the seasonings ready. Okay, so we need 2 tablespoons of dry mustard. Celery seed and turmeric. It says to gradually add in the ingredients. So we're gonna do, let's see, we're gonna do 4 cups of peppers. So we'll do half of these. Four cups of peppers. Okay, so we're gonna get started. That first batch is in the canner. Canner's warming up. Excuse me, that jalapeno is getting to me. We're gonna get to the second batch. I've got the door open, so you might be able to hear some cicada bugs, but it is needing some ventilation with all the vinegar, but it smells good. Okay, so this next recipe, you're just supposed to put everything in the pot and then bring the mixture to a boil, simmer for 20 minutes, put it in the jar, 1/2 inch headspace, process 15 minutes. Easy peasy. So, excuse me. So this does call for 2/3 a cup of light brown sugar. I don't have any light brown sugar made up, but I do have sugar and molasses. So I'll just add a little bit of molasses to the, excuse me, to the bottom of this pan, get that going first, and then put the rest of the ingredients in. So we are going to need, let's see. Oh, I also need 1/4 cup of garlic. So I'll grab a garlic puck and, okay. So we're gonna do 4 cups of apple cider vinegar. I'm definitely gonna need a second one of these and some molasses. Okay, so 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And that equals brown sugar. Okay, then 4 cups apple cider vinegar. All right, we've got everything besides the corn in here right now. We're gonna add let's get this on the stove and get it boiling. All right, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I wanna thank you so much for joining me while we processed all this corn, put it in the freezer, turned it into a delicious product, got it in a shelf-stable form. I wanna thank you guys so much for the likes and the comments and the shares. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We have a whole lot more gardening and chickens and preserving and fun stuff ahead. So can't wait to see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye, my friend.